Well, it was Mother's Day over the weekend, and while I was at my mom's house visiting, I decided to pay a visit to my '71 Chevy pickup, Flat Beddy. And while I was there looking her over, she said to me, "Hey Steve, how come I've been sitting here at your mom's house for so long? You said you were going to fix up my engine and I'd be back on the road in no time. But it's been over a year." And in that moment, I knew she was right. So this week, I'm short on time, but I want to do something to move this project along. So I got the engine block dug out of the corner again, and this week I just want to get it cleaned up, painted, and ready to be put back together. This is going to be far from a full engine build, but at least it'll be a start. So let's get to work. The first thing I got to do is remove the few remaining accessories that are left on it. Like the dipstick, there's some bolts that are still in there. These things for spark plug wires and different accessories to route them the correct way. So just gonna pop this stuff off and that'll be step number one. First, I'm just taking a couple of pictures just so I remember exactly where each one of these little things was located. You ever have one of those weeks where you have big plans for your project, but then life is just doing everything it possibly can to make sure that that doesn't happen? It's been one of those weeks. Nothing crazy. Just stuff like parts coming in, broken, Mother's Day, having to mow grass, things at work. You know how it is. It's one of those weeks where it'd be pretty easy to just not get anything done on your project car. But sometimes on those weeks, it's just about showing up and getting something done. And that's what this week is all about. Just getting something done. Even though getting this engine block painted isn't like a huge project, it's kind of a big deal though, just because, like I said, this truck's been sitting for a year. I haven't done anything on it, so just getting the ball rolling is kind of a big deal to me. So, small project, but big impact. All right, I got all of the brackets off and hanging out in a little pile here that makes sense to me at this moment. Then the next thing I gotta do is just pop off the motor mounts on each side. It's just 3 bolts. I don't know why that I just typically go straight to the hand ratchet and not the battery operated ratchet, but I don't know. It's just what I naturally do. I just go straight to the freaking toolbox drawer that has the hand ratchet, pull it out, start wrenching, and then say, why didn't I use the battery operated ratchet for this? And then just keep on using the hand ratchet. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this fitting for the oil pressure gauge. Not because I'm gonna paint there, but I just think it'd be easier to tape there with this being off. So instead of trying to tape a ball around all that and tape around it, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it out. So all the accessories are off and it's just down to the block, the pistons, and the crank at this point. Well, and an oil pump. But there is one thing I'm not sure about. I still have these freeze plugs in here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint over them. But if that is a stupid, horrible decision, let me know. I'm not sure if that is just a dumb idea, like, why are you not replacing those freeze plugs while you got that thing all the way down, you idiot? Or if it's just like, they're good, go ahead and run them. So let me know in the comments if I should pull those out. But at this point, I'm just going to paint over them. And if that's a dumb idea, then I'll fix it later. Now I have to actually clean the engine. I did spend some time like a year ago doing a little bit of cleaning on here, some scraping and whatnot, but I don't remember what I did, but I know I didn't do enough. And also, letting it sit around for a year has now caused me more work that I have to do. Like, for example, there is a tiny bit of surface rust in that cylinder wall now. I mean, it just wipes right out. So it's not like it's detrimental, but obviously something I want to get to at this point. And there's also a little bit of debris that has crept its way in there and is up in there along the edge of the cylinder wall and the piston head. And I got to get that stuff out of there. I don't want to like blow that with a pressure, or not a pressure washer, but a compressed air. I don't want to like blast the stuff any further down in there. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is get a vacuum with like a tiny little vacuum nozzle and try to get out as much stuff as I can in there with the vacuum before I do anything else. So I got this little tiny baby vacuum with this little tiny baby attachment on it with a brush. And I'm just gonna go around the edges, just kind of giving it a little light agitation and trying to get as much of that crust out as I can. Oh, hey, there's antifreeze still in there, just so we know. Hey, there's that thing too. Now I'm just giving it a quick, basic wipe down with a microfiber, just trying to get any chunks off, debris, dog hair that's flying around in my garage, things like that. Just trying to wipe it away from the engine and not into the engine. But while I got this thing flipped upside down, it's got me thinking about oil pumps. I bought a high volume oil pump because I thought that was the way to go. But then on the last engine video, someone said, if I'm gonna run that oil pump, I need to run a bigger oil pan. And I looked into it just a little bit, and I'm thinking maybe that this being a mild build, it probably doesn't require a high volume oil pump. But since I already have one, am I gonna need a new oil pan? Is it overkill for a high volume oil pump on this? Or should I just go ahead and run it? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on the subject matter, because I'd rather just get a new oil pump if I'm gonna have any potential issues at all, and either sell the one I have or just put it away on the shelf for maybe another build in the future, or maybe a giveaway in the future. Well, I just spent like 30 to 40 minutes just thoroughly wiping this down, getting the chunks off, and getting more familiar with the engine. And I'm pretty sure poop. Couple things. Number one, some of that rust that I was just gonna wipe right out isn't necessarily wiping right out. So that's a thing. But I think more importantly, as I look around at each of these cylinders, I'm starting to see that maybe they're not as good as I thought they were. I've learned a little since I first looked this engine over a year ago, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is a huge deal or not. I just don't know. So I'm really going to need your advice on this here situation. So check this out with me. Here's what we got. You can see that up and down in the cylinder wall. I don't think that's good. Well, I know it's not good, but I don't know how bad it is. But there it is on that one. You can see a little more of it in there on the left side of the screen. This is the one next to it. You can see it there. You can see it a little bit there. You can see it even more on that side. And I don't know how bad this is. Like I said, I don't know if that's like acceptable amount, but every one of the cylinders has a little bit of that going on and a little bit more rust than I think I like, but I think I can get that rust, but I'm not sure about this vertical scoring. Additionally, here's the worst one. Look inside this one. Lots of rings in there. Like multiple rings. This one has rings. It has the verticals in there, multiples of them. Rust. The whole 9 yards going on in there. And one of these rings in here, I can definitely catch my fingernail on. I can't get the light and the camera in there at the same time. There we go. See it? I don't know about that, guys and gals. And there's multiple rings up and down the cylinder. There's like 3 or 4 down there at the bottom by the piston head, and then there's a bunch up at the top also. There's another view of it. I think you can see it pretty good from this angle. There's also like a little chunk right there. Let me move the light so you can see it better. See that chunk? I don't think that's ideal either to be in a cylinder. This looks very, very questionable. And to be completely honest with you, even though I did vacuum in there with a little tiny brush to try to get everything out of the crevice where the piston head meets the cylinder wall, I don't know if I'm very happy with the amount of ruckus that is still in there. When that starts moving up and down in there, it's probably going to score it up even more. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being dramatic and over concerned and I should just slap it together and run it, or if doing that would just be a dumb move because I have it all the way apart this far. I don't know. Man, this has been a very questionable week in automotive YouTubing, let me tell you. I don't know. I need like a minute to think, and I'll be right back with you. Well, I had some time to think and a few things. Number one, I don't know how a year ago I looked into this cylinder wall, saw this stuff, and determined no big deal. I also had a couple of bros come by and look this over that also determined no big deal. But now when I look at it, I kind of think maybe not no big deal. Basically, I don't know how I forgot about that. Second, I don't know how bad this really is. I don't have enough engine experience to be able to be the one making the judgment call on if that's something that is a deal breaker or not. My goal for this engine was to just kind of slap something together that'll run pretty decent, but at the same time, I don't want to be an idiot. I'm pretty sure I'm in a situation with this to where it's probably not the best idea to just clean it up and paint it and start putting it back together. It's probably a situation where I need to pull the pistons out and at least give it a good dingle ball hone and see what it looks like in there. And I'm pretty sure that's the best case scenario. But like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about. And a lot of you do. So I would love to have your comments about what you think about the condition of this engine. And if it's something that I can just clean up and put back together, or if I'm going to have to pull these pistons out, give it the dingle ball, or if I'm going to have to send it to a machine shop and get it done the right way. Well, I'm back at my mom's house. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get the engine painted this week, so I figured I'd come over here and get something done, because that really was the only goal of this week anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is just clean it up. Get things like these coffee cans, bike pump, broken battery charger, private property signs, and just random redneck things out of the truck and just give it a good cleaning and make a little progress for the week. So this week was an utter catastrophe when it comes to things going to plan. But I guess that's the lesson to learn for the week, is that you need to plan for things not going according to plan, because it happens kind of often. So yeah, in summary, things didn't go according to plan this week, but there's always next week. So I'll see you then.